So what we're going to do this time is we're going to make midnight mints with cocoa. For the bottom, the last batch, we didn't do that because some people don't like the chocolate bottoms, but some people do. It's just a matter of adding cocoa in this step. So we're going to melt the butter, and then once the butter is melted, we're going to add in the sugar, which is the 1/3, and then we're going to add in the beaten egg, and then the cocoa as well, which is 5 tablespoons. So I'm just going to melt up the butter here. It's easier to work with when the butter is fully melted here. Wouldn't really matter if I put the sugar in now, but I find it mixes better. So I'm just going to pause until it's melted, and then we'll skip to the next step. So now that the butter's melted, what we're going to do is add in the sugar, which is 1/3 of a cup. Doesn't all want to seem to come out. Must have been damp from when I washed it. It's better to make sure your cups are definitely dry. So there's that, and we're going to add in 5 teaspoons of cocoa, which is unsweetened, because you already added the sugar in. And I need just another little half. Okay, and then we're going to add in the egg as well, which is already pre-beaten. And then we're going to mix it up. And once it's mixed up, we're going to remove it from the heat and add in the crumbs. And these are going to be the chocolate bottoms for the midnight mints. They're going to be so yummy. I might even put chocolate sprinkles on them for Christmas, because I am making them for Christmas. So I'm going to take that off the heat and add in the crumbs and show you what that looks like. So we're ready to add in the crumbs, and that was 1 3/4 of a cup, and we're going to mix it up. And then once it's mixed up, we're going to pack it into the pan that we're going to make the mints in. So I'm just going to fast forward to where it's mixed up and ready to go in the pan. I'm going to add in coconut as well. Now you can use up to 2/3 of a cup. Now I don't really like that much coconut, so I'm going to just use that much. So add what you like. So now that it's ready to be packed into the container, what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty it out into the container, and then I'll just pack it out or pack it down once it's in the container, and it's easier to work with that way. So I'm just going to flatten it out with my spatula, and I'll show you what it'll look like once it's done. So this is what it's going to look like once it's flattened down, and that's going to be the base of your midnight mints with the cocoa. And now I'm going to go to the middle where I make the filling. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the middle ready, and how we're going to do that is we're going to add 2 cups of icing sugar into that, which is right here. We're going to add a tablespoon of the peppermint extract and 3 tablespoons of milk. And we're going to use my mixer here, and we're going to mix it up. As you can see, I was already mixing up some. I made another batch before that without the cocoa. So I'm just going to fast forward to what it's going to look like when it's mixed up. At this point, we're going to add the food coloring, which is right here. And I'm going to add a lot in because I want them to be very green. They are for Christmas. And then you just mix it up. one little bit greener. I'm going to be very green. So I'm going to now place it on to the bottom, and I'm going to fast forward to when I got that done. So this is what it's going to look like, the filler, when it's ready to go in, and I'm just going to put it on here, and then I'm going to even it out once it's all on there. If you're the type that can even it out as you work, all power to you, but I seem to be better in mass quantities. It is a great dessert though. And it's so much better when you know what's in it and you can make it yourself. So I'm going to continue to put the middle layer in. I'm going to even it out, and then I'm going to show you how to put the chocolate cover on the top. So this is what it's going to look like once you have the green in, and as you see, it's really green. So now I'm going to melt the top and put it on there. So I have the butter melting, and it calls for 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips. So we're going to add those in. And since I am making it a Christmas version of Midnight Mints, I have mint chocolate chips right here, and they have candies mixed through them, so I think it will be a nice little taste for the top, and it's pretty well the same thing, so just different tastes. So I'm going to add a few in there just to change it up. I'm going to melt that, and I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. As you can see, it's starting to melt right nice together. And you're going to want to make it nice and soft, and you're going to want to carefully make sure you don't burn it, because if you burn it, it's definitely going to change the taste. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the top layer on, and how we're going to do that is we're going to take a ladle, now that it's nice and hot, and we're going to just pour it over. You're going to want to work quickly because it does cool down very quick. We're going to cover this with chocolate, and you're going to want to work quick because it does cool down very quick. So I'm going to cover it up and show you what it looks like. So what we're going to do now that we added the chocolate top on is we're going to sprinkle it with these little sprinkles here, just because it's Christmassy, and it'll look very cute. Just enough to add the festive colors would be perfectly acceptable. Yeah. And so if you like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.